I was at the county dispatch center, sipping coffee on my 6 a.m. shift when the 911 line lit up. Karen Miller's shrill voice blasted through. Emergency. There's a flagpole on private property. She demanded police to my ranch, claiming my new American flag violated HOA rules. Unaware, she called me. On my private, county land, outside her HOA's reach. Her call was a flare, sparking chaos. Karen, who'd sent fake cops, slander my shooting, and tap my well, had dialed 911 to harass me over a flag. She didn't know my dispatch headset was live. My cameras caught her snooping at my gate, and Sarah, the 20-year-old farmer, Meadowmart owner, conservationist, SWAT trainer, tech founder, federal health inspector, sharpshooter, sheriff, and now 911 dispatcher, had the power to turn her call against her. Her stunt wasn't just petty, it was misuse of emergency services, and I was about to answer with justice. I sat at my console, call recorded, as Karen ranted about illegal structures. Neighbors, alerted by my gate's motion sensors, gathered, incensed. This wasn't just a false alarm. It was Karen's most desperate attack, blind to my role in tech. My pulse quickened, but a grin spread. She thought she could sick cops on me? I was about to turn her 911 call into a viral bust, with my headset as the gavel. What unfolded wasn't just handling a call. It was a masterclass in authority, quick thinking, and community resolve that left Karen exposed, her HOA obliterated, and Crescent Meadows stronger. My dispatch desk wasn't just a station. It was her snare, and my response was the trap. Karen's early morning call was her worst mistake, and my dispatcher's mic was about to shut her down. Crescent Meadows was a fierce suburb, its frost-kissed fields, bustling markets, and my Meadowmart Cafe a defiant stand against Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. Once plagued by rules on unapproved decorations and excessive patriotism, it now thrived, with my 50-acre state-leased ranch and my farmhouse on unincorporated county land as its soul. My front gate, where my new flagpole flew Old Glory, was HOA exempt, wired with cameras and motion sensors that caught every move. I'm Sarah, the 20-year-old farmer, conservationist, SWAT trainer, Meadowmart owner, tech founder of Crescent Code, federal health inspector, sharpshooter, county sheriff, and 911 dispatcher who'd crushed Karen 41 times. Buying Meadowmart after her farm stand ban, exposing her assault on Lily, stopping her fishing derby, evicting her fishing club, jailing fake HOA cops, rallying for a pilot's defiance, retrieving my tow tractor, shutting down her cop call on my fence, backing Ibrahim Traore, ejecting her security patrol, protecting the Thompsons, winning court for my wrecked car, defending my mom's cold stand, exposing her 911 call on Senator Ellison, grounding her airline stunt, nailing her bank meddling, restoring my water pipe, towing her SUV, saving my mom's nurse, rescuing Emma from her kidnapping, saving Liam from her brick attack, foiling her field grab, scaring her with my bear, Bruno, defending Emma's wheelchair, stopping her 911 call on my ranch, saving Max from her clippers, voiding her lake fine, saving my pool party, recovering my stolen truck, foiling her power theft, stopping her sewage-powered lights, disarming her fake cop, rebuilding my sister's bridge, proving I owned her mortgage, stopping her assault on my wife, Alex, ejecting her trespassing officers, shutting off her pipeline, proving my Lamborghini legit, turning my lawn into an obstacle course, out shooting the FBI, and stopping her fake cop arrest. My dispatcher role, earned through crisis training, gave me control of 911 calls. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a fading bully, her clipboard a flimsy prop for her obsession. Exiled, jailed, and bankrupted, she called 911 to report my flagpole. Unaware her call was misuse of emergency services, my land was private, and I was the voice on the line. Her scheme, backed by a few HOA diehards, relied on a fake flag ban, blind to my cameras and authority. Key allies included Alex, my Delta Force operative wife, my sister Mia, a nurse, my brother Jake, a Marine, my cousin Vince, leader of the Iron Riders bikers, my mother Ellen, a sharpshooter with dialysis, Tom, my biologist friend who monitored my lake, Linda, the councilwoman who backed my fights, Lily, my waitress turned leader, and the Thompsons, especially Dr. James Thompson. Deputy Harris, my SWAT deputy, led the response, and my FBI contact, Agent Laura Chun, was ready to escalate. The Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital hub, would rally the fight. The setting was a chilly November dawn in 2026 at the County Dispatch Center, when my headset hummed and Karen's 911 call blared. My ranch's cameras, wired for security, caught her snooping near my flagpole. Neighbors, roused by my sensors, gathered in outrage. Karen's call was a crime, and her ignorance of my dispatcher role was her fatal error. This wasn't just about a flag. It was Karen's final assault on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, it was a chance to enforce the law, expose her misuse, and unite our community. As I recorded her call, I knew this fight would echo our victories and blaze with our strength. Karen's 911 call was a reckless overreach. "It's an illegal flagpole," she shrieked, demanding police to my ranch for a violation. I responded calmly, "Ma'am, this is Dispatcher Sarah. Please clarify the emergency." Her pause was deafening. She hadn't expected me. I pulled up my gate's camera feed, showing her snooping with a flashlight. I radioed Harris, who laughed. "Misusing 911? She's done." Ellen, with Emma and Liam, texted my land deed, saying Karen's flagged out. Linda vowed to bring county officials, noting, "False 911 call to a sheriff dispatcher? Jail." I alerted Agent Chun, who snapped, "This is FBI-level misuse of emergency services." Neighbors swarmed my ranch, filming Karen's tracks near my gate. My forum post exploded. Karen called 911 on my flag. "I'm the dispatcher." Hashtag Karen called 911 and hashtag protect Sarah's flag trended, hitting 70 million views. Jake, my barista, live streamed from Meadowmart, showing my dispatch screen and flagpole footage. "Crescent Meadows flies with Sarah," he said, hitting 75 million views. Lily handed out flyers about 911 misuse laws, explaining Sarah's the dispatcher. Karen's a liar. Karen's HOA cronies, a duo with signs. No illegal flags. Tried to back her, but neighbors drowned them out, chanting Sarah's flag. Mia, share my sheriff's commission, proving my dual role. I shared my camera clip. Karen called 911 on me. She's caught. The video hit 600 million views. James Thompson arrived, saying, "She targeted us too. We're testifying." His federal clout shook the cronies. Harris's SWAT team and Chin's FBI unit arrived at my ranch, reviewing my footage. "She was trespassing during the call," Chun said, noting Karen's flashlight. I played her 911 audio live. Karen misused 911. I'm the law. The stream hit 2 billion views, with news vans circling. Comments flooded. "Sarah's a boss." "Karen's busted." Linda arrived with a county attorney, announcing Karen's call is felony misuse. The crowd chanted flag, flag, as the cronies fled. The FBI found Karen at her condo, clutching a new flag rule flyer. Harris cuffed her as I logged her call as evidence. Karen rambled, "It's an HOA violation," but Chin held up my footage indeed. "You're under federal arrest," she said. The forum planned a flag-free day at Meadowmart, with music and patriotism talks. Karen's lie about flag bans collapsed. My flagpole owed nothing. The stage was set, not just to end her call, but to crush her reign and rally Crescent Meadows around my flag. Her 911 stunt was her end, and my headset was my victory. My dispatch desk was a fortress of justice. Karen stood cuffed in her condo, trembling, as Harris and Chun reviewed her 911 call. The live stream hit 2.5 billion views, with hashtag Karen called 911 and hashtag protect Sarah's flag trending globally. Neighbors packed my ranch, waving signs, Sarah's flag. No, HOA lies. News crews broadcast live. Anchors calling it a dispatcher's triumph versus HOA fraud. The air buzzed, and I was ready to silence Karen's schemes. Tom addressed the crowd, voice steady. Sarah's ranch is private, HOA exempt county land. Karen's 911 call is felony misuse. He showed my footage indeed, proving her crime. Neighbors cheered, sharing the clips online. Ellen handed out flyers, saying, Sarah's our dispatcher. Karen abused 911. The forum surged. Karen's a fool. Sarah's our hero. A viral tweet read, HOA Karen calls 911 on a flag. Doesn't know the dispatcher's the owner. Hashtag Karen called 911. Karen yelled, "It's a real emergency." But Chin held up my footage, stating, "You misused emergency services and trespassed." Her face crumpled. She hadn't known my role. National emergency service groups joined X, posting, "Karen's abuse of 911 is a disgrace. Support Crescent Meadows." The Change.org petition, Justice for Sarah's Flag, hit 75 million signatures, with comments like, "Sarah's a legend," and "Karen's done." Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. Sarah's flag and authority are our pride. Karen's call threatens us all. She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $1.2 million and ban all operations. The crowd roared, chanting "Flag free." The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked texts disavowing Karen. She's rogue. Neighbors guarded my gate as Vince's biker crew patrolled the ranch. I grabbed the megaphone at my ranch, heart pounding. Karen called 911 on my flag, but I'm a dispatcher, sheriff, and owner. I proposed a flag-free day at Meadow Mart with flag-raising ceremonies, music, and a fundraiser for emergency training, inviting all. The crowd cheered, volunteering to fly flags. I shared online. Karen's 911 call failed. Join us for Sarah's flag. The live stream hit 3 billion views, with hashtag FlagFreeDay trending. Comments flooded. Sarah's unstoppable. Karen's muted. Karen made a last stand, yelling at Chun, "The HOA's above you." But Rachel, my attorney, arrived with a federal indictment. "You're charged with misuse of emergency services, trespass, and harassment," she said, as Harris tightened her cuffs. The crowd parted, phones filming her walk to the FBI van. Jake's stream hit 5 billion views, with comments like, "Bye, Karen." Flag wins. News ran headlines. 20-year-old dispatcher sheriff crushes HOA Karen's 9/11 abuse. Lily organized kids to paint flag-free signs, while Tom tied it to my lake, saying Sarah protects our pride. Harris secured my gate, and neighbors cheered. Chun logged my call record, and Linda promised county funding for a Crescent Glory sign, marking my ranch's status. The stage was set for a victory that would honor my flag, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but the call's fallout would shock everyone. The federal courthouse roared with justice as Karen faced trial, my flag flying high. The live stream hit 6 billion views, with hashtag Karen called 9/11 and hashtag Protect Sarah's Flag trending worldwide. Neighbors packed the gallery, waving flag-free signs as news crews filmed. I held the megaphone, my roles as dispatcher, sheriff, and federal inspector now a verdict, my evidence our blade, ready to bury Karen. Judge Torres, a federal veteran, called order. "Ms. Miller, you're charged with misuse of emergency services, trespass, and harassment," he said. Rachel presented my footage, showing Karen snooping in her 911 call. "The plaintiff is the county dispatcher, sheriff, and landowner," she said. The gallery cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. "Karen's done. Sarah's our queen." Chun testified, voice sharp. Karen's false 911 call wasted resources and violated federal law. She played the call audio, sparking gasps. Linda announced the council's $1.2 million HOA fine and dissolution vote. The crowd chanted "Flag, flag," as kids waved painted flags, symbols of our win. Tom showed my dispatch logs, proving Karen's intent. Sarah's response crushed her, he said, sparking applause. I unveiled a Crescent Glory sign sketch, county-backed, to mark my ranch's status. "This flag's mine, and I'm the law," I said, sharing it online, a flag under a state seal. The forum erupted. "Perfect. Sarah's legacy." Torres reviewed the evidence, footage, logs, deed, calling it irrefutable. Karen, pleading not guilty, claimed it's an HOA rule. But Rachel played her call, exposing her lies. Torres ruled, guilty on all counts. 5 years for Miller, $2.5 million in damages to Sarah, and HOA dissolution. The gallery roared as Karen slumped, broken. My digital dossier, footage, logs, indictments was handed to the press, ensuring conviction. News ran it live. 20-year-old dispatcher Sheriff halts HOA Karen's 9/11 abuse. The crowd surged, music blaring as Flag Free Day plans took shape. I gave a mic to Linda, who shone. Sarah's flag is our freedom, she said. Neighbors hugged her, guarding our ranch in solidarity. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph, proof our law could outshine fraud. As my flag waved, justice soared. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like Dispatcher Sheriff defeats HOA Karen's 9/11 abuse and Sarah's flag triumphs. The live stream hit 9 billion views, with hashtag Karen called 9/11 trending for weeks. Fan art of my flagpole as a justice symbol flooded the forum, and dispatcher unions invited me to speak. Talk shows called, but I stayed grounded, saying this is about our pride. Flag Free Day was a sensation. Thousands joined, neighbors, kids, Harris's team, raising flags at my ranch, dancing, and unveiling the Crescent Glory sign. Meadow Mart catered, and Tom led eco talks, tying the flag to my lake's bluefins. The event raised $5 million for emergency training, and state leaders hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Sarah's flag shines. No more Karens. The HOA was eradicated. Linda's vote fined at $1.2 million and dissolved it, with new laws banning 911 misuse. Karen got 5 years, was banned from Crescent Meadows, and vanished to a prison cell, reportedly arguing over rules. Don't call like Karen became a local joke painted on gates. My ranch became a tourist draw, with visitors saluting my flagpole. Meadow Mart and my farm stand soared. The cafe hosting glory nights with music and dispatcher talks. Tourists flocked to Sarah's flag, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, mini flags, sheriff patches, saying my fight inspired them. Tom's data showed my lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, footage, logs, verdicts was studied for emergency laws influencing policy. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the ranch. The forum planned a glory fest with flag ceremonies, music, and SWAT drills, cementing our spirit. Sarah turned Karen's call into our triumph. One post read, I hired teens to monitor my gate, giving them pride. At the fest, under a Glory Forever banner, Linda toasted, to Sarah, Harris, Chun, and Crescent Meadows, where flags defeat tyrants. Fireworks burst, kids danced, and my flag soared. Karen's 911 call had been a spark, but we'd build a legacy. Meadow Mart, my ranch, and my headset were our stronghold, proof no bully could outcall our justice. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand proud, free, and unstoppable.